I've talked about a variety of weird characters on JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and they range from parts 1 all the way to about parts 7 or 8. But today, I want to talk about something that's beyond weird. Something that's kind of creepy. The creepiest characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Now, first, I cannot start this video off without talking about the first villain in part 4, Angelo. Yeah, I have to talk about him. Angelo is probably one of the most well-documented non-main antagonist villains that we have in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, because him being the first major-ish antagonist that Josuke faced was a very big point, because that man is a hardened criminal. Not only that, he had a vendetta against Josuke's grandfather because he put him in jail, which, again, I don't understand how these serial killers and serial other horrible crime committers just get so angry at this police officer. Brother was just doing his job. You need to be off the streets. But at the age of 12, he was convicted for robbery and another R word that I'm pretty sure I cannot say on YouTube, to which he was convicted for 20 years. During that time, he got his stand in prison by Okuyasu's older brother, and once he got his stand, he escaped, and he had a plan, and his plan was not nice at all. Even the enigma and the short stuff that we actually see of the user is crazy. Like, really think about it. We see him biting the head off a dog. We see him using his stand to kill people in very graphic ways. You know how JoJo gets with its body horror. Like, he was just a certified weirdo. He was a certified creep. There's a quote of him saying, "I'll get you, Josuke Higashikata. I'll kill you, whether it's today, tomorrow, anytime, anywhere. And I'll get your mom too." What? Like, genuinely, how insane do you have to be to actually say that to a 16-year-old? That's why I wasn't mad when Josuke fused him not once, but twice with that damn rock. There's a reason that nigga cannot speak anymore. He's a danger to a society. And it should also be noted that the justice system tried ending his life, like, by rope, and it did not work. He just got out of it and escaped. But now he's a rock, and he can never wave, move, or really think again, so pretty fair ending for a creep ass like him. Like, he was tweaking. Up next, we got Cioccolata. Now, when we talk about being a creep, him and his partner, I could both put him up here in this moment, but I'm only going to focus on him, mostly because he's the one that was taking care of old people, quote unquote, saying that he loved taking care of them, loved helping them, all that, when he's feeding them drugs and bad food. Imagine you're 80 and this nigga comes in like you're trying to pop a perk and you can't stop him. And not only that, he would tell you cannot stop him. He would whisper in your ear, "You can't do nothing about this, old bitch." And then he would give you the perk. Are you kidding me? He drove most of them to commit. And I'm not talking about to rehab or to an asylum. And after that, eventually he became a doctor. He also kept 25 tapes worth of film. Yeah. And as a doctor or a surgeon, because he was both, it was no better. He would deliberately, let's say you went under anesthesia for the surgery. You're waking up in the middle of it and he might be cutting your stomach open.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And on top of that, he probably gave you less than you're supposed to have. So in about 3 minutes, you'll feel it. Yeah. And the thing that makes him so creepy is the fact that he dead ass feels like no one can stop him when it comes to surgical things, which is true. He's extremely smart and extremely manipulative. That's why, again, he became a doctor and he was able to do all those things to those old patients and people. But that's a part of the thing that makes him creepy. Imagine this super smart, super manipulative person that you would never suspect he's super manipulative. I mean, I mean, just look at the man. But you would never suspect that he's super manipulative and he's sadistic. And then you go there for, you know, a regular doctor's visit. You might have to get surgery on your shoulder or something like that. And next thing you know, your head is almost separated from your body. But oh no, you're not dead. He's going to make sure you're not dead. Unless you're his last patient who he purposely killed just so he could play with his insides. Yeah, he's a weirdo. He's a creep. We don't really have to talk about much more about him because I think everything I've told you about his backstory should sum it up. He was moving different. That man, most definitely, he's a creep. Lastly, let's talk about Enya the Hag. Now, I feel like Enya the Hag, she gave me some creepy vibes, but sometimes she was low-key legitimately funny. I think it was legitimately funny only because when she did actually get in the field and start chasing the Joestars after her son died, she was just doing shit. Like, for example, right? She created an entire town full of people using people as puppets, all that, right? And had the Joestars stay at her hotel. Why, once she gets them there, and Polnareff found out what she was trying to do, when he barricaded himself in the bathroom, he got stabbed, making her be able to control him. And the first thing she did was make him lick the fucking toilet. Like, I can't lie, a Polnareff subplot it's horrible every time, every single time. Like, it doesn't matter. It will always be horrible, and it's always just Polnareff. But she had some of Dio's aura, as she was always with him, and she would always pop up in the most random places in his dark ass, dingy ass castle. It's actually a few more people I could use from Dio's army that would classify as some creeps, but I'm just gonna stick on Enya. Also, I forgot to mention that the main reason she loves her son is because he served Dio. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If he didn't serve Dio, I don't think we would have even heard about this nigga. She would have never brought a son up. But he served Dio, and she really believed that they only beat him because of a dirty trick. And you wanna know how she knew they beat him? This is gonna blow your mind. They had a fucking connection. A connection to where they could feel the same amount of pain. So when she felt her son die, she could feel the breath leaving his body, which is pretty sad. It is. But it also isn't, because that man had committed so many atrocities. I could have made him the segment, like I said at the beginning. Also gotta mention this, but her undying loyalty to Dio also made her a real big creep. And the reason I say that is because even in her final moments, she refused to believe Dio would ever want her gone. Because, you know, she was sending out stands, getting stands. She was getting all these different things for Dio. She didn't realize Dio did not care about her. But I feel like the creepy thing about that was her whole goal and ambitions, like in life, was simply to watch him go through his life and live and be with him, like by his side. I'm sorry, that's creepy. It is. To want to be with a vampire who you just met randomly after you done bought these magic arrows from a 19-year-old? Sorry, 20? Diablo could not have been no older than 20 when he fucking gave Enya some arrows. Like, come on, bro. But really, that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 5K, so anything helps. And until next time, peace.